my YouTube channel. I'm Michelle from Sway Me Vegas, and today we are going to do a glitz and glam tree. So I am doing another bundle kit that's available in my Etsy shop. It's the glitz and glam bundle, and today I'm going to show you all the goodies that are going in the bundle, as well as how to decorate your tree with them. And so let's get started. Let me show you some of the really beautiful things that we have for this tree. So the first one is this ribbon. Look at that, glitz and glam. I am telling you, we are taking your tree up a notch. You get one roll of that. You get 2 rolls of this. Look at that. Again, all about the glitz and the glam. It's my favorite. And then you get 2 rolls of some silver ribbon. Silver sparkle ribbon as well. Some of the ornaments that you're going to get. We have these frosted glass ornaments. These frosted glass ornaments, and these are all glass ornaments. Again, they're going to take your tree up a notch. And then these, and these come in a teardrop style as well as this round ball. Isn't that beautiful? All right, some of the other things that I have are these prisms, these crystal drops, these crystal ornaments, I have, fear not, there's always more. But wait, there's more. These chandeliers. I have these glass icicle ornaments. These acrylic icicles. And then these glass silver twirl icicles. Those come in 2 different sizes. I also have, let's put these back. I also have some rhinestone reindeers. These are the large items that are going to go on your tree. Aren't they amazing? Again, glitz and glam. I have some poinsettias for your tree. 3 different types. I have this poinsettia, which has rhinestones on the ends. I have a larger silver poinsettia. And then I have this glamorous silver metallic with some beads in the middle. And then we have some sprays. So let me show you those. Again, this is the glitz and glam theme. We have these acrylic rhinestones. We have these acrylic drop sprays. These are going to look amazing on the edges of your tree. We have these beautiful feather sprays. These are going on the top of the tree. They really make a statement. I have this. It's a pampas spray with some silver sparkles on the end. And then we have some silver glitter spray. All right, so now that I've shown you everything that's in your kit, just making sure I got you everything. Let's start. Oh, and you also get lights. So on this tree, you get some lights for the top of the tree. I've already secured it to the top of the tree. I'm going to show you how I found it out. And then we are going to start with that. This can be controlled with the remote control. So I'll show you that. It can be turned on and off. And on. And it has a couple different patterns. So if you're looking for like different lights, the way that they flash, or you can just have steady on. I really think that this particular tree will look amazing with these ornaments with a green tree or a frosted green tree, not a flocked tree. just a frosted one. Yeah, I think this particular bundle, this particular bundle would look great with a green tree or a frosted tree. It'll also look really great with white lights. And at the end, because the palette is kind of neutral, it's really just silver and clear and white. I'm going to show you how to add a few different color options in there if that's something that you're interested in. It's a way to carry it next year, to be able to glam up your tree a little bit more, to take it to that next level, if that's what you want. So I got glammed up today so that I could show you the glam tree, because I'm coordinating with my tree. I'm all about the glam. I'm all about it. And so I hope you are too, and that you enjoy this bundle. Okay, so let's start first with our topper. First thing is we're gonna fan out this light. So I put it at the top of the tree already. I secured it with zip ties. It's a little heavier, so you want to secure it to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. I secured it to the front of the tree because I want to have the lights here so that it's even towards the front. And then I'm literally just going to fan out all of these branches. And you're going to see what a difference this makes in your tree topper when you have light at the top. And it's not just an angel or a star. It is glam. All right, once I've got that all fanned out, now I'm going to add in some of my picks. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that the first thing I always do is the tree topper. And then the next thing I do is the ribbon. And then I add some big pieces into it. I add the smaller ornaments. I add some more picks. And then I add the small ornaments, the ones that go on the ends. That's kind of the order that I decorate my tree. Again, that's just me. You can do it any way you want to. I just like to be able to do it that way. Finishing touches from the start to the end. Okay, so we've started with our tree topper. See how amazing that looks at the top of the tree? It really adds color up there. The next thing I'm going to do is add in some of my 2 poinsettias, or actually my feather sprays. Sorry about that. You get 4 of these feather sprays in your kit. So what I do is straighten out the branch, and then on these, I just they're all wired, so you can kind of bend them. So I kind of bend them along the spine so that they are at an angle. And the reason I do this is because I want them to come out from the center of the tree, not just go straight up. So this is what I do. So we're gonna do all 4 of them, and then we're gonna put them on the tree. Now, my tree is up against a wall, so I don't have to necessarily decorate as much on the back, but you should still decorate the back. You should never ignore the back. It's still part of the tree, and you wanna have balance. And so I'm gonna make sure that I put one of these towards the back of the tree as well. So again, just folding them, bending them along the spine. They're all wired. You can rewire them if they don't work for you. Not rewire them, rebend them if they don't work for you. Once you get it up on that tree. Again, first one to the back of the tree. And then I'm going to do one to the side. Stick that down in the tree. You don't have to secure it you don't have to tie it into the tree unless you have some small children or animals that might knock your tree. I just put it down with the length of the spine of the tree. All right, and now we started. It's looking fabulous already. Okay, let's find some other things we can put on the top of the tree. You have 3 of these big flowers in the tree. I'm gonna put 2 of them on the top, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. So they're a big focal point because they're large poinsettias. So I'm gonna kind of put them to the sides. in my last video, I had mentioned, I should have mentioned this to start. When you get your package, everything's going to be boxed. It's going to be in a box. It's also going to be still have the wrappings on it. The tags are still going to be on it. And so what I recommend to do is to take all of that stuff off, prep yourself. So if you have a folding table, bring the table out. Take all the stuff out, take it all out of the packages, take it all out of the wrappers, take the tags off of it, so that you're not doing that stuff as you're decorating, but you actually just get to decorate your tree one time as opposed to having to stop because you have to open up things. One of the other things that I do is I'm going to show you these ornaments. So these ornaments come with a silver string on them and I leave them on. I'm leaving it on for this demonstration purpose, but I usually cut them off. I prefer to use pipe cleaners or chenille stems to tie them to the tree because these allow me to put it exactly where I want. But I will also show you how to put it on the tree using the string that's already included on it. I just, as a preference, I prefer this, but it's entirely up to you. Okay, so now that we have our topper done, and I'd like, we'll take a closer look at it when it's done, but I have the topper done. It's a wow factor. It's got the 2 poinsettias up there and I've got lots of glitz and glam going on. I'm gonna start with some ribbon. I'm gonna put a bow towards the top and I'm gonna show you how to make one. It's super easy to do. We're gonna take our, this is a 4-inch fair silk ribbon. I just dropped the roll to the floor. You're going to take your ribbon, it's got a nice silver backing on it. Take your ribbon and we're gonna pinch, just like this. And then we're going to bring it up into a loop. Again, no hard and fast rules. This is your decorating, so however you want to do it. This looks like it's probably about an 8-inch loop. And then I'm going to come around and do another loop on the other side. And pinch it all together. Now, one of the ways I'm going to make sure that my loops match, that they are the same size, is bring it up like this. Hold it in the middle and bring it up to make sure that they match on both sides so that I'm not having one side bigger than the other. And this twisty ribbon would be a bow that I could have the top of my tree, right there in the middle. What I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to make a 4-loop bow. So I'm going to show you. You can just do a 2-loop bow if you want to. If you want to do a 4-loop bow, once you have this part in the middle, you're going to twist and gather it. Make sure it's the same size again as the other loop. Pinch it in the middle. Twist. Make another loop. Make sure it's the same size as the one that's in the back of it. And now I have a 4-loop bow to put in the front of my tree. I use a pipe cleaner chenille stem to wrap around the center of this. And this is what I'm actually going to use to tie it to the tree as well. Sorry. We're just going to tie that right in the center. And now I have a 4-loop bow with all my rhinestones on it. This is gorgeous. All right. Okay. Again, sorry about that. Here's my 4-loop bow. And I'm going to put this on the front of my tree. Okay, so we have our 4-loop bow inside the middle of the tree. I am going to add into that 4-loop bow a little bit of this ribbon in the middle because I love it. And because I feel like it needs a little bit of something to define the middle of that bow. So I'm going to make a small loop. This ribbon has, it's painful to cut because it's so beautiful with all of its crystals on there. But I'm just going to cut a small piece. I'm gonna make one loop. Tie it with a pipe cleaner. One loop. Tied with a pipe cleaner. Now I'm gonna put it in the middle of that. All right, I love that because I feel like it gives you some definition in the middle of the bow. And then take a little bit of this ribbon and bring it down the tree. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're tying it into the tree, not on the end. Kind of tie it back into the tree so that it looks like the ribbon is cascading from the tree, not just on the ends. On this side, I am just going to leave this little tuck right here on the bottom and tuck that under. And again, you're going to pinch it, tuck it into the tree. It doesn't have to be a specific distance down or between each branch, or it's whatever you want to do, whatever looks good to you. When I get to the part of the branch where I'm good and I want to take it off, I'll just cut it straight across and fold it under. And that's where that ribbon will end. Then I can take my ribbon and I can do some more on other parts of the tree. And have it cascade from the tree. Then I'm going to do one more over here. I'm not going to use this particular ribbon for the back of the tree, only because you want this ribbon to be seen. This is a beautiful ribbon. So I'm going to do it kind of to the side. Now, you have two other ribbons. One is this silver ribbon here that you can use. And there's a couple different ways that you can use this. I'm going to create some loops. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to create a loop. I'm going to pinch it. Hold this in my left hand. I don't have a very long tail on this one. Then I'm going to come back up with it and pinch it again. So I have a second loop. And then I'm going to come back up again, pinch it one more time so I have a third loop. So it looks like this. 3 loops. I'm going to wrap one of these pipe cleaners around it. Pull it really tight. I'm going to leave about 8 inches on the bottom. Cut that. On this one, I'm going to dovetail it. So I cut a V at the end, a little dovetail, fishtail, fishtail. And then I'm just going to fluff these out. I'm going to make a few of these and I'm going to place them throughout the tree. So, in different spots. So like for example, I can put one over here, kind of set it in the tree at an angle, tying it to the branch. Looks like it's kind of cascading down the tree. Let's make a few more of those. Okay, for the sake of time, I created 5 of those 3 loops and put them on the tree. 1, 2, 3. I have 1 on this side and I have 1 going towards the back. You have plenty of ribbon to be able to do more, but I'm ready to get on to the next step because I want to show you the rest of the goodies that are going on the tree. But know that you can always put more in there. They're a great filler, but they also add a lot of pizzazz to the tree. As you can see, they add that nice touch, a little more glam. Loving the glam. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to put on this tree are our large reindeers, and we have 3 of them. These are the beauties. Okay, so when we're putting these on the tree, I kind of like to do it in a kind of pattern. So I'm going to put one of them over here, and I am going to nestle him into this tree. I'm not going to, I want him to stick out, but I also want him to look like he's part of the tree. So I don't want to bury him too far, but I want you to know he's there. So there's lots of spaces on here that you can just tie a chenille stem around the wire of this reindeer and wire him into the tree so that he doesn't go anywhere. I just wired him in one spot and he's good, but I will wire him more. All right, so my first one's going there and the reindeer is going facing that way. My second one is going to go over here. Again, placing him in the tree. I can use the chenille stems to tie him in, and they blend nicely with the tree because they're almost the same color. All right, so I have my first one up there, my second one over here, and my third one is going to go down here. He's facing this direction, so I'm going to put him this way so it looks like he's looking back over his shoulder to the front of the tree. Okay, that's my 3 reindeers. One over here, and the last one's down here. Now I'm going to take the time to put in my larger picks. I have the poinsettias, which are the larger pieces, so I'm going to put those in first, and then we'll add in some ornaments. Again, you don't have to tie them into the tree. We're just kind of placing them in there. I bent the stem a little bit, and I'm just placing it into the tree. Look how beautiful this is. Now this is a slightly heavier poinsettia. If it doesn't stay, you can tie it to a limb to make sure that it's not going anywhere. These are the other poinsettia pick that I'm putting in. It is a white with silver overlay and rhinestones on the edges. Okay, so I've added in my poinsettias. I have put some ribbon into the tree. I've added in my large ornaments or my large pieces, and now I'm going to add in my ornaments. So I'm going to do the glass ornaments first because these are the larger ones of the ornaments that I have. All right, let's take a look at this. We have all of our picks on the top for our tree topper. We've added our ribbon. We have our large ornaments. Now we have the glass ornaments. We put all the poinsettias on the tree. Now we're gonna fill it with picks, with the extra picks that we have. And then we have, we still have a bunch of other ornaments that need to go on. And I also still have this ribbon to be able to add into any places that need a finishing touch. Okay, so let's start with our picks first. We're gonna pick the larger of the picks, so it's this one. One of the things that you can note about this pick is that, again, these are all wired, so you can bend it to the way that you'd like. If you also want to have it in multiple places, you could cut it in 3 different places so that you could have it stick out from the branches wherever you want. So this, I'm going to put in and have it stick out like this on the tree. But if you wanted just to have a small piece laying on top of a branch, you could use a smaller, you could just take off a piece of it. The next piece I'm going to add are these. Again, they come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stems, 8 pieces on each stem. And you can kind of put these wherever you want as well. So just tucking them in to the tree, and then I fan them out. I don't want to look like a clump was put in the tree. I want it to look like we're spreading them out. Is this beauty. Now, when you get this one, it is going to be all pushed up like this. All of these pieces are wired, so you can bend them however you want to bend them. Manipulate them to look good on your tree. So make sure that you open them up and spread it out. Don't just stick them in the tree the way that they come out of the bag, or you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss all the glam. Okay? This last pick is one of my favorites. Look how beautiful that is. That's just gonna drip off the branch. So when we're placing it into the tree, just like this. Okay, that's it for the picks. Now let's finish the rest of the ornaments. I have these put on the tree. You want to put these on the ends where they can dangle. You don't want them to be crooked. You want them to dangle. That's what makes them fabulous. Now we're gonna put on these. Remember I told you that I would show you how to use the cord that's already attached to it to put it on the tree. So when you're putting it on a tree, you will wrap it with the string all the way around the branch, and then you're just going to spin it around the branch and then let it fall. Just like that. And that's how you put in that ornament. Again, these are 2 different sizes. You can see one's longer than the other. And our last ornament. All right, that is the tree. So we have all of our picks on there and all of our sprays. We have our lighted topper. We have our beautiful ribbon with the rhinestones on it. We have the different size ornaments. Again, I put the little ornaments last because you can put them on the very edges of the tree where you want to fill up space. So, and I love these ornaments, and why they, again, why I'm calling kind of glitz and glam is these all shine off light, and so they sparkle. They're just breathtaking. Like, I hope the video does it justice, but this tree is absolutely beautiful. It is full on glam. Now you do have that other ribbon left, so if you want to add little bows, one of the things that you can do is just do a small bow, kind of like this. And again, this is just going to reflect the light, right? So this isn't a very big bow. It could kind of go on the end of a branch if you wanted to, like right here. And you can add more of those bows anywhere that you want on the tree. Again, just trying to do the glitz and glam. It just adds that sparkle. I love it. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. What you think about my glam Christmas tree. And again, this is available in my Etsy store. I only have 3 of them this year, so once they sell out, I'm done for the year. But I will be doing some more bundles next year. Tell me what kind of bundles that you'd like to see. I've done a candy cane theme. I've now done a glitz and glam theme. Are you looking for like a gingerbread theme? Do you want a candy, like marshmallows and cupcakes kind of theme? Do you want another a colored theme? Let me know. I'm interested in what you're looking for in themes for trees. So when I go shopping, I can find some things for you. I am taking all of the work out of shopping so that you can just have a box. This all comes in a box, including a tree skirt, which I haven't shown you yet. Your tree skirt is this. It is a white velvet tree skirt. And normally I would sweep up my floor. All right, this is for a 7.5 foot tree. There's your white velvet tree skirt. I haven't attached it correctly, but you get the idea. And all of your silver decorations, all of your glam, all of your crystals. It just doesn't get more glam than this. So I shared with you, is this what you could do for your tree next year or this year? Or you could buy it for next year and hold it and keep it in the box because it's all going to ship in one big box. It does not include the tree. So it includes all the decorations that you see and the tree skirt, but it does not include the tree. You're going to have to buy the tree. A 7.5 foot tree is what I would recommend. If you want to buy 2, or you want to buy extra things to put on the tree, or you have some garland that you want to decorate for your mantle that looks similar to that, you can use the extra ribbon. You could use some of the pieces that are on there. I did tell you that I was going to show you what it was like to add some color into it. So give me just a second and I'll go grab some.
A few moments later.
All right. Here are a couple different colors that I just pulled out of my inventory. And I just have a couple pieces because I just want to give you an idea of what it would look like if you added some different colors to this palette. If you wanted to change it up so that it's not the same thing year over year, but you have a really good base here. It's standalone. You could use it just as it is so beautiful. Or if you feel like you want to change it up after a couple years and you're like, I'd really like some color in there. I just want to give you an idea of what that would look like. So this first color is a purple or plum. This is a magnolia. So again, I'm just going to put this wherever so that you can kind of get an idea of the color. So that is what that would look like. Very rich, right? Like that looks very, wow, that's beautiful. Really rich. It's a very rich color. It looks very elegant. You could do some purple ornaments and some other things in there, but just wanted to give you an idea of what that would look like. The other thing is red. That's a basic staple color, right? So here is some red poinsettias. These are kind of a metallic poinsettia, and they have some frosted edges. But again, just kind of trying to give you an idea. Here's what that red would look like. And I even have a few of these picks to show you as well. So these are a red velvet magnolia leaf. And again, just trying to give you some idea with color, how you could transform this tree. So there is a little bit of red. Again, stunning, right? And then I predict, this color was a really hot color in market, this next color, this year, which probably means it'll be popular. It was a really hot color in market this year for this Christmas season, but I have a feeling that it'll show up more in retail stores this coming next year. But this green, this rich emerald green. So I don't have any flowers, but I kind of just wanted to give you an idea with these picks. Again, it's a rich emerald green, having a rich emerald green ribbon, a few ornaments. This kind of transforms it once again. To like a new tree. And all you're doing is adding a few pieces to it. A little bit of green. What do you think? Tell me what your thoughts are on that. Tell me what you're looking for in a tree. Tell me what the next popular color you think will be. And if you chose a color, which color would you choose out of the ones that I showed you? I hope you guys learned something from this. Again, it's on my Etsy store, Sway Me Vegas. I'm Michelle. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Ring the bell so that you'll get notifications whenever I do post something online. I hope you learned a little bit about how to decorate a tree. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what kind of bundles you're interested in for next year. But if you need one for this year, I have it listed in my Etsy shop. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.